What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. I own and operate this 3D printing business from my home in New Jersey, learning, failing, everything in between, taking you guys along the way so that way we can do it together. Today, it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and sales on Etsy and Amazon have been skyrocketing for this month. I'm at just about over 85 orders on Etsy alone, at about 40 on Amazon. I have about 10 to 15 on my website, and then the other avenues that I sell on. Everything's been going really, really well. The printers are running nonstop, but with the printers running nonstop also comes a few challenges and some issues. I'm gonna go ahead and get these printers cleared off. I gotta get some of these packaged up to get on the doorstep for the mailman, and then we're gonna get our day started. Just a quick roundup. We got some posts for the Greek column pen holder, some drink locks that I gotta go out, snare drum holders, Coliseum pen holder, and some more drink locks. Parker wanted to let you guys know how lucky we were to cash in on the Black Friday deal for filament that Bambu had. I got 18 spools of filament for about, I think it was $200, maybe $210 total, when in reality it would have cost about $380. So, all right, and this is the current state of the basement. So Centauri Carbon, I did a lot of troubleshooting with Elegoo, taking this apart. It's the motherboard fan. This 5010 40 by 40 by 20 brushless DC van. It's the motherboard fan. Basically, this thing is crap the bed, and I need to replace it. Elegoo said that they don't have them in the US. They're going to ship it from China, and it will be here in 21 to 30 days. I went on Amazon, found one in about 3 minutes. I ordered it, and I got it for $6, and it'll be here tomorrow. So hopefully that will fix the problem with the Centauri Carbon and get it back up and running. Cobra 3 Max, on the other hand, has been dealing with a clogged nozzle, but it is not, I don't think it's the nozzle. The machine thinks it's the nozzle, but I have swapped the nozzles out, cleaned them out numerous times, bought a new nozzle, still broken. I think it could be a issue that I've seen online with the Ace Pro systems, where it gets to the end of needing to feed it in and there's just a problem. But everything I've found is that you need to completely disassemble this, reassemble it, and possibly fix it. For me, I'm going to be totally honest, that's not worth it right now because I have too much going on. I think I just need to run my other printers at this point. Cobra 3 Max, you're great. I just got to get you up and running when I can. And the multiple clogged nozzles and not making it easy to swap is not necessarily good for business. I got a new shipment of filament in. This one's from JO Filament. Lorraine over at JO Filament reached out a few weeks ago asking if I'd be interested in receiving some of their filament, seeing how I like it, and then maybe showcasing it on the channel. I was excited to get this stuff in the shop. It looks great. Let's get it out of the boxes. I'm going to get some testing done with it, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Lorraine, and thank you, JO Filament. Excited to use this in the shop. We got a good variety. We got red, green, black, and blue, all in their basic PLA. All right. I got the replacement brushless fan from Amazon. This is only a 2-pin connector. The original one was a 3-pin. Some people online said the 2-pin should be fine. I might just get a one-time acknowledgement when I boot up the machine the first time after installing it. Let's go ahead and get this installed and figure out the best way to get this going. Let's give it a second. Let's power this thing up. All right, we got the Elegoo screen. New fan is on. I'm going to heat the extruder up, and let's just see what happens, eh? It's working. Oh, it's booting. And it's quiet. Awesome. All right, I'm going to put it down to 0 again. I'm going to turn it off, I'm going to put the bottom panel back on, get it back on the right side, and we'll test it in normal context. So if you guys have been watching, you'll know that with that fan issue, one other issue I've been having for longer than the fan issue was getting that consistent 502 error where the bed leveling information cannot get pulled during any bed leveling process, where it then requires a reboot and it goes through the whole process again. This past week, while I was anticipating getting all these parts and trying to get this printer back up and running, I did a lot of research. And one thing I did look at was a lot of forums and a lot of people also having this issue. So the fact that the printer's not making noise right now is amazing. With this bed leveling error I've been getting, it's so random where it happens. On the first row, it'll happen middle, it'll happen at the very last checkpoint, and then it'll freeze. It's so inconsistent. And then in the same night, I can do it 9 out of 10 times, and then one random time it'll be able to go through the whole thing, and I'll be good for a week or two until I need to re-level it, and then the same thing is happening. It's just not consistent. It's not. See, there we go. Literally talking about it as. So 502 leveling sensing. Sorry, 502 leveling sensor data collection error. You go to details. This platform is overly inclined, sensor damaged or affected by environment. Reboot. And the saga continues. I hate to say it, but I'm doing fine with the bed leveling error. I can deal with the bed leveling because I don't have to do it that frequently. The motherboard fan was what bothering me a shit ton. Look at that. That's with Elegoo PetG Pro. I'd say that's a successful print. And we are back in action. All right, it's the next day. It's the Sunday after Black Friday and the day before Cyber Monday. It was a pretty chill day. I am getting some local orders done, getting stuff ready to ship out for tomorrow. I got about 25 orders on Etsy that I have to get packaged up and ready for the mailman tomorrow. So taking care of that stuff. While I was doing that stuff this morning, I got a notification from FedEx that a package of mine was out for delivery. And I wasn't expecting anything to come today. I was expecting it later in the week. So didn't really understand what it was. And for me, FedEx comes pretty early in the morning, usually before 10 a.m., more likely around 9 a.m. And when this got here, I was a little shocked because I wasn't expecting it so soon, but I'm pleasantly surprised. This is my new P2S Combo from Bambu. No, Bambu did not send this to me, even though I asked a few times. They never got back to me. I did buy this with my own money. I've always wanted a P1S. I thought about getting one over the summer. When the P2S was announced, I was very, very tempted, but I wanted to hold off to wait to hear some reviews after everything that happened with the Centauri Carbon. After now watching a bunch of videos, after a lot of people have had this machine for a while now, this machine just looks pretty amazing. I'm excited to have one. And this is also my first fully enclosed Core XY multicolor printer from Bambu and just in general. My 85Xs are not enclosed. My Centauri Carbon is not multicolor. So to have this in the shop, and above all else, it's Bambu. It's extremely reliable, and I'm really just excited to have it in general. I got to do a few things before we get this out of the box. I'm going to have to take this and turn this into an area where I can put the printer. I don't really use this TV anymore now that my desk is facing the other way. So I'm going to remove this, kind of take a spare table that's about that size, put it here, and then I'm just going to put the P2S on that, and then keep that as its own dedicated spot for it. And if that doesn't work, I'll figure it out. But I kind of want to use things that I have without having to buy anything. All right, I got some stuff cleared out. Got the table here. I'm gonna get this thing unboxed and let's see what we got. Ooh. All right, had a little bit of a change of plans. As soon as I got it moving, I started thinking about the movement when I was watching it, and the P2S just didn't make sense. And the purge bucket I printed already didn't fit. It just didn't make sense to me. So I put it over here. Right from the get-go, it's at a better height, way more stable on this bench, but also purge bucket I printed already fit perfectly. Didn't need to do any adjustments. So just gonna keep it here for now, see how I like it. And it looks like our first print just finished up. A+. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this might be the nicest printer I've ever seen. Again, this is my first Core XY multicolor printer that's also enclosed. My other printers were either the 85X, so multicolor but not enclosed, and the Centauri Carbon, which was enclosed but not multicolor. You get the gist. This thing's pretty great. I had the Benchy printed. I'm printing something for my fiance right now, just these gold hooks. Generic settings, textured plate, letting it do its thing. Honestly, it's pretty quiet compared to the Centauri Carbon and compared to the 85X machines. It's pretty quiet when it's printing. It's, I guess, in its normal state right now with active cooling on, but it's as quiet, if not as quiet as my A1s that are right next to it. A1 Mini is doing pretty well right on its little table here. I'm actually printing a larger purge bucket now that I'm able to fit it on this table. I wasn't able to do that here because it just didn't fit, but I'm printing one that's big enough for me to just leave it there and not have to touch it for days, hopefully. I'm going through and printing that right now on this machine, and sounds like it is, yeah, I'm using a bunch of excess filament, so just using that and filling out a bunch of spools, so it's going to be a bunch of random colors, but that way I can get some spools out of the closet, get some cardboard cleared up, and just use some of that filament that's been sitting around. It's about 2 days later. I've been using the P2S Combo pretty rigorously the last couple of days, and I'm extremely happy with it. I have had no issues. I had one issue with the AMS2 Pro, but it was kind of just a normal thing to happen where it couldn't roll back filament at the end of a print. All I had to do was cut it, remove it, and it fixed the problem. So, I mean, it was nothing crazy. It was just a normal thing that happens. Some highlights of the machine. I mean, the 5-inch touchscreen is amazing. The magnetic doors, and then just the quality of the machine itself. This bed at the bottom is raised, and it almost has like a raised lip. So anything that falls, you can kind of scoop very easily from the bottom right into a pan or anything. The AMS2 is extremely fast. Again, this is my first AMS unit that's not an AMS light. I have all of these AMS lights, including this one here. This is my first AMS unit, and it is amazing. I am so thrilled with it. This thing is fast. The amount of technology that's packed into this unit, I think enhances this printer tenfold, and it enhances these products in an amazing way. One thing that I was surprised about is when I go to use the drying function of the printer, you can see there's this, but it tells me that unable to dry temporarily due to task in progress and insufficient power. So I need to plug in a separate power supply for the dryer. So I looked that up, and Bambu sells their power adapter for about $35 on their website. It looks like it's just a normal 24 volt DC adapter. So I got the right port, and I got one for about 15 bucks on Amazon, and it'll be here tomorrow. That way I can plug it in and I can dry my filament while it's in the AMS2 Pro. Other than that, I was anticipating on using a cryo grip plate when this got here. I've been having such great success with the textured
Great success.
with the textured PEI plate that comes stock with these printers that I haven't really felt the need to change it. So I'm really, really happy with it. I'm really excited to get to use the P2S more. And honestly, I think it's a great addition to the office up here. And putting the A1 Mini here has been great too. The A1 Mini was moving a little bit too much. The table wasn't moving, the device was just moving a little bit. So I actually printed these little bracket things to hold the A1 Mini in place, and it's been great. I've been loving it, keeping it here. It's out of the way, it takes up way less space than the TV did here, and it's nice to have it up here to use as a prototyping machine, and honestly just have an option that's multicolor and can just throw something on there. All right, guys, I got to get stuff out for the mailman and get these printers up and running again. So this is where the video is going to end. I appreciate the support as always. It means the world. I can't explain that enough. And I really hope you guys are having a good week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.